It is Sunday, and that means we are going to relax ourselves with some house flipper by buying a new house and give it a complete makeover and see if we can change some rooms and make it look fancy and give it its own new theme. And the very first house that I would like to buy is this lavender house, which seems to be a small and cozy house, and by the look inside it can really use some love, definitely. So let's just buy it. And there she is, our beautiful little house to start off with. Now I will cut out some things after we take a look at, and that is basically me cleaning it, take out the trash and sell all of the furniture, and then we're going to make a plan, have a little talk and fantasize about it, and then we're going to take action and change this beautiful house. Alright, so let's see. The first thing that I've noticed is this down here. We got like a little roof where maybe could be like a small smart car, but I feel like maybe we can do something nice with this and make like a outdoors sitting right down here. The backyard is pretty much empty. I will have to see, maybe we can create like a little pathway towards to it, and down here there is not much. Now here on the back side is a little spot to sit, maybe. We're just going to see what we will do with that. And of course right up front we got a big beautiful tree. Now, I'm not sure if I would like to keep this big beautiful tree. We do have one in the backyard. But let's first take a look inside. We also got a place to sit up front. And once you come in here, let me just clean that up. We have a kitchen here at the right, alright, very small, very cramped up. Then down here at the left we have a small little room. Then on this side we have another little hallway, and once we open the door we got the bathroom, right? Then once we go left here we got another small little room and a bucket of paint. That's a nice green, by the way, I really love green. The ceiling is not too bad. I like how there is a little touch of detail on the top of it. Now one thing I do notice, there is not really a second floor, which if we look from the outside, yeah, there is not much space for it. Now I do want to keep things a little bit easy at the beginning and make more and more and more money, because if we want to make a second floor in here, we're going to need a lot more money. Now the houses will get more and more expensive, and we also need to take care for the beginning that we are making profit. Later on, if I buy something that is super small and I got a whole buttload of money, I might just say, let's just tear everything down to the ground and just build something completely new based on, you know, certain crazy things that I can do. Now, like I said before, let me just first clean it up, and meanwhile I'm cleaning it up, I will think about, you know, certain things that we can actually do with this house, and yeah, see how nice we can make it. Hopefully I did not forget anything, but I cleaned everything up. I threw all the trash away, I've been mowing the grass, and or I've been selling all of the furniture, even the light switches. The only thing that I did not sell, and that is basically for a reason, that is this thing, which is for the power, and that is this thing for boiling the water, because I think it would be fun to make a small little spot hidden away that you know, don't look at this and look at that. I think this will give me a nice reason to add in a little bit of extra. Now, like I've been saying before, I would like to do something here on the outside. Just make like a nice spot where they can sit, dry when need, because you have those hot summer days and it's raining, you still want to be outside, something like that. Now I do want to change the front door. I want to change the front door from here to here, because I think it's actually very nice that you can see who is coming at your front door. So we're gonna switch the window and the door. Then I would like to have the living room still right down in here. We're gonna add a big window. We're going to move this wall away. Yeah, so you got like a nice view on there, which you can then see, oh, who's coming onto the front, because they first need to get up, then go around. You know, if it's like someone you cannot be bothered with, you don't have to open the door, something like that. Now this basically means that we're going to need to make like a small little hallway, and what I would like to do is move this wall up to right down here, and I think what would be nice is to have the boiler and the power be locked away behind a door that you can open and access, which would be easy if you need like a mechanic or whatever. It's just straight ahead, which you see in a lot of Dutch houses. When you come into the hallway, the front door is this one door where you can access everything. Now of course there are also still houses which just have the boiler of course on the top floor, but we don't have the top floor right now. And then when you come out of the hallway, you come into the living room. Now this does mean we need to give the kitchen a new place. And I think the best new place for a kitchen would be right out here. Which also means I'm going to need to move the bathroom up. And or the spot for the laundry and that kind of things. Which I think would be nice to place it here in the middle. Now I would actually like to break this down. Or better to say move it up until here. I want to connect this all up, make it one nice place, also that you can just get out of the kitchen with your food or whatever and decide, hey, we're gonna sit underneath here and, you know, eat the dinner nicely outside. I want to see if we can just raise this up, meaning the floor, and, you know, connect it nicely and have everything like on the same height. I think it would be nice. Just connect up this part also down here. So there are two ways to get into the house basically. It's or by the front door, or I want to keep this pathway open so you can get behind and then have like this step up or staircase, whatever you want to call it, moved somewhere around here so you can then get onto it and get into the back door, something like that. But the first thing that I would like to do is actually check out how I can add grass back. Now it's not going to happen with the bricks of course, but this is something that I have not yet figured out in this game. Maybe we just need to do that. Right. But how do we put grass back? This is something that I have not yet figured out. Oh well, so far I can read there is actually nothing you can do in order to put this back because it's just not a thing in this game. I have been reading messages from like 7 months ago. There is a landscaping tool, but that is in the sandbox mode. So the only way how to really cover this up is by, you know, faking it with plants and whatnot. I actually have a nice plan to put these bins out here. I'm just gonna make like a new kind of a tile. Alright, after doing some googling I finally figured it out. This is not the way how you need to do it. Apparently you need to lay down a floor. I do know that laying down floors needs to be done with this guy. And then the floor will sink into the ground. So I'm glad someone was explaining that. So let's just do... Sure, that is fine. Okay, I see. Or else it will go into the ground, which basically means that gives us an option to make a basement. Oh boy. Alright, there we go. And then we... Okay, that is what I wanted to do. Thank you, game. Thank you. And then just grab these ones. And then change the size. There we go. Now we are playing the game. Now, a little bit of grass. Maybe I can solve that by just, you know, putting this guy on it. Now just keep in mind I just started to play this game, so I'm not very familiar with everything, but you discover things along the way of course. And yeah, things like this. It's the game doing that, not me, hopefully. Now since it's becoming nighttime soon, I'm just going to get a bed. So give me the cheapest thing you can do. Let's sleep. Well, can we, you know, make it daytime? There we go. So this should be early morning. Okay, so what I wanted to do is place these guys, of course, on a little concrete spot. And then I would like to build a small piece of a wall. I'm just gonna do this one by one because what I would like to do, except for this part here. Let's see, yeah, one more. I don't want to look at these trash bins. Something like that. That would be nice. Perfect. So now we have been hiding away like the dirt patch for a little bit. Now what I'm looking for is this. I want to keep the same kind of style. Now the only thing I can't reach is this stone up front at the side. But this is just also a learning experience for next time. And I'm just gonna do with it. Hopefully it will not be shown on the picture. Now let's put these guys in here as I wanted to. Alright, so now we're going to work on to this part. Now I'm not really sure if this is like a piece that you place down and then extend. But one way how to test it is by doing it like this. Placing it down. No? What if I just do that? Yes. Okay, so we don't need to buy it in the store or else it will... Yes, okay, so this is very important for me because that means I can have it off the ground. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Since you have seen the basic of building that, I'm going to do the same out here. Build a floor plan and I'm going to remove that whole part down there and then see if I can make this look nice and or if it will work cornery wise. I'm not sure about that just yet. I have only done one part of the outside, so not everything is done just yet, but I'm kind of getting there. This game is definitely something to figure out, like how to get certain colors, where to find them, how to change the styles. It's definitely a little bit of a learning curve, but in the end, things are starting to look nice. Yes, I need to put some paint on there, and or, you know, I haven't done everything just yet because... It really took me a long time to figure out certain colors, especially also for the wall, because there was a white that was too white, there's gray that is too gray, and then, you know, I really need that rainbow color. I'm not sure if I can already do that. Nah, not yet. I need to get some more painting going on, but that would definitely make it a lot more easier. Now, as you can also see, I've actually closed up that window because from the outside it looks okay. But once we're going to demolish the wall and make like a little hallway, this window is slices in the middle of the wall and I cannot really move it up. But like I said, figuring things out, like apparently you can do this and change all kinds of stuff and things in here, which they don't really learn you in at least the first 10 houses in the career mode, but slowly but surely I start to figure things out, and along the way this will make, you know, renovating these houses a lot more easier. Now the only thing I'm not really sure about is the frame of the windows. I kind of feel like the wood up front and the wooden floor here looks very nice, but for some reason against the white it doesn't look that nice. Now what I can do, and this doesn't cost like too much work, is just change the style, which in this case I already forgot what I had going. Maybe it was faded gray tune. I think that is it though. And then I can just simply or the mouse button and copy this style and put it on there and put it on there. I want to keep one window so I can just see how it looks like from distance. There we go. Yeah, for some reason it blends a lot better against the white instead of the brown. I kind of like that a lot more. So in this case, I'm gonna change the whole house. Now the only thing that I'm going to figure out is how to get on the roof. Now I think I did see something like building accessories and then like, hey, you can have like a step ladder or a ladder step. I do believe it's also scaffolding. I'm not sure if I needed that much though, that big of a deal. Here's 163. It's not like crazy expensive, but if this can work out, then it can work out, right? Can I? Oh, well, hippity hoppity. I just jumped onto this property. So yeah, these chimneys are fake chimneys. I mean, could make it real, but we also should not forget about that, of course. Alright, it has been more than a week for me and I'm very excited for myself today because we're going to do the interior. I've been doing the whole outside. I cannot remember if I showed you everything just yet, so let me just give you a quick reminder, or better to say myself too, of what we have been doing. Now, I have got a couple of ideas what I would like to do for the interior, so let's just get to that. So the first thing that I wanted to do is, like I've been saying, I wanted to create it a little bit more Dutchy. And one of the Dutchiest thing you can do is basically take care that you can always see who is visiting you without needing to open the door for that. Yeah, long story short, we're going to move this door here and we're going to move this window to here, so we have a quick view on who is stepping onto it before it can ring the bell. I'm just gonna grab this guy and... oh, I can place it here. Well, that's actually very nice. Let's just do that. And then we're gonna do the same with the door. And let's just say for now, right here. And the thing that I am wondering is, can we take care that we open the door, well, basically on this side, but still towards the inside? Because that is important, right? Maybe what we can do is take the flipper tool and then R, right? Which we can change the style of it. And then edit. Right. Have the door there. Now let's see what it does. Well, perfect. That is exactly what I wanted to do. And I think the distance from the door and the wall here is also perfect. And I say Dutchy style. I'm not really sure if it's really Dutchy style, but you know, I just need to come up with certain excuses. Why? Oh, I see why. I see why. And yeah, let's just start out here because we are going to demolish this wall. Very good. And now we should be able to place this like that. So yeah, you can really see, oh, someone coming up the door. Or maybe if we open things up over there interior wise, we can also see like, oh, who's standing at the door and watching, and you know, you're hiding behind the couch or whatever. Anyways, what I would like to do here is, I don't want to completely demolish it. I just first would like to see how this is gonna look like. That is actually perfect. And then just let me see, what would be a nice height. I think it would be nice to, you know, to create like a little thingy here where you can put stuff onto or whatever, flowers, and you know, you can hide. Someone trying to sell you some stuff, just hide here and wait until the person leaves. But at least you get a little bit notified when someone is getting to your door, right? That is the whole idea here. Alright, so what I also wanted to do is make the bathroom actually in the middle section. The toilet, the shower, that kind of stuff. So we're going to need to add some walls. Now I do want to use the hallway for the cabinet and put your shoes down and jacket and whatever not. So it's tight, but it will do. Yeah, I don't know, the dimensions here is a bit odd, I wanted to say. Now the one thing you're going to notice with me is that I'm not always very happy, and then I change stuff, which in this case I just moved up the wall. And I'm also thinking about it, I actually wanted to make a spot where I'm going to put the boiler, right? And not only the boiler, also this electrical thing. Right, I think this way. Yeah, that's perfect. Open it this way. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So what I need to do right now is add in the boiler and the electrical type of deal. I'm gonna close this wall up here. Give it its own little section. And let's put this guy right down there. Yeah, maintenance. Very good, right? Now, I would also actually like to do another thing, because I said something about shoes and jackets, and I think if you put like a jacket stand here, it's gonna be pretty cramped up, right? So what I would like to do here, first of all, let's go to the shop. Yeah, this thing, oh, a coat rack. Yeah, a coat rack, but I want this thing to be into the wall, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm just gonna place this guy like so, right? It doesn't need like a tremendous number of space. I'm just gonna do that, fill in the blank, and it seems like you can just do that and fill in the blank. So now we know the size of this thing. I can just demolish a part. Okay, and then can we actually close this? Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, okay. You know, sometimes you see this kind of stuff in houses, and you know, of course it's made out of wood, and then maybe on the top of that it would be like a hidden compartment type of deal. I think this height would be nice. You can put like shoes and your jacket and whatever on top of it. Yeah, that would be actually very nice. Alright, so I demolished here and there some stuff, and you know, I need to think like how am I going to do this space wise. So the first thing I want to do is actually take a shower and see if I can fit it somewhere. I mean, we have this, right? But I'm looking for a floor piece. Stuff needs to be drained, right? Oh wait. Oh okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Ah yes. Yes. This is what I was looking for. But it's gonna be clear that I could wall it off, let's say right down here until right down there. Just do that, right? It's gonna be super cramped. It's gonna be handy if we put in a door here, right? So just see how that looks like. Yeah, very cramped up. Ay, caramba. I'm pretty sure we could do something with this. Let's just check out something, and then I will, you know, do what I just said that I wanted to do. I like that one. The reason being is that it's easy to clean up underneath. Yeah. You know, poop here, wash your hands, take a shower. I'm glad I'm doing this off camera because it actually takes a lot of time to figure stuff out, trying to match things, look into the store, see if you don't forget stuff. But the bathroom for now is done just for the basics, right? So at least we can sell the house and the people, you know, can make use of it. And this is how I decided it needs to look like. So I kind of matched things up here. It's very black and white, but the rest of the house I want to add in, you know, more color to say. But in general, yeah, I've added like these air vents because it's very important. You know, a lot of steam comes out, and you want to take care that all of the steam is getting into the vent and, I don't know, go outside. Yeah, I've added in some light. It's also very important not to forget. And I got the drainage. I got one down here and one down here, you know, just in case stuff and things. And or it's handy with cleaning up the floor. You can just clean it and then use like the wood sweeper. I know it's not called like that, but you can sweep stuff over there. Yeah, this is nice. I like it. It's very tiny, but it's very cozy. Yeah, there's a little bit of room for this and that, and of course the towels and a couple of other stuff you can just do in a very big closet in the bedroom, I mean. Now, of course, this room I have just painted everything white, and what I would like to do in here is take care that it looks, you know, like concrete again. For spots and places where, you know, you're not gonna put carpet in here and make it look luxurious to say. But yeah, just like that, just very simple maintenance room. Dump some stuff and things in there. It took a long time. I had trials, errors, things that I had to rethink, but I had a lot of fun, and let me just show you all about it. So I've been saying I wanted to add in a lot of color, and what I basically have learned is adding a lot of color while having black window frames, black doors, is actually not that good of an idea. If you have a lot of black, and in this case white, it would be good to just add minimal colorful colors. Now, of course, there are some cases where you could say like, well, make a Gothic house. You could add black walls. You could add very dark and bloody red walls. You could add in very deep purple, and that will be okay. But I think I have learned today that I should be choosing a theme for a house before I start doing anything, because making up things along the way is gonna go wrong and you have to redo everything. So long story short, I made this room, this whole wall, I made them blue, and it looked very weird against the black. I made the hallway like or maybe better to say clay color. Which looked okay, not all the way through though, but in this room it looked weird, and in this room it definitely looked weird having everything green and then black everywhere. I guess a little touch is okay, too much is not okay. Let's just start at the start. So every wall is white, and you can add in color by adding some decoration, which in this case I need to keep in mind this is not my house, right? If it was, I would just try to do my best on that. I still decided to do the washing machine and the dryer. Yes, these are both different, to put them in here. I installed some lights. Very good, right? And I think for the lights I actually need to do that as last, because making it dark shows off way better. So yeah, I think this hallway looks very nice. And yes, there are two different colors of white. I kind of noticed that while I was almost done. These are basically the white on the walls that is also on the outside, but it's okay. Get a different lamp in here, and hallway lamps was there as in here. Now this is the only bedroom, so I just kept it. I actually took the green off the wall and just placed it on the floor, make it a little bit grassy. Then of course the kitchen is look like this. Yes, So I'm just gonna call this black and white house. So any other houses will get different kind of themes. I will just think of something and look around what we can do beforehand. And then of course we have the bathroom. However, I do have a little surprise outside. I have actually added a swing sofa. I thought it would be fun to just add this here. Give it a little extra touch. Anything else, I'm just gonna leave it with the way how it is. I mean, I can spend hours upon hours on this house, but let's keep in mind, I'm just selling this and then it's done. It's gone, right? Now, first of all, let me turn on the outside light. So I got a switch here, which is for the hallway, right? I got a switch up here for the outside light. I thought, you know, let's put it up there, then it's easier to mistake which button is which, because that can be annoying sometimes. Yeah, these are the outside lights. I really like that. It goes all the way around over there, and even in the kitchen, when you go to sleep or whatever, you can turn it off right here. I thought it would be very nice. So in here, you come in here, oh, you're done with work, you come home, you know, do your stuff and things. Jacket, shoes, everything off. Come in here, you turn the lights on off the living room, and then you can turn on the lights of this hallway. And then you're like, oh, you need to walk all the way back? No, because down here you can turn off the hallway light. So that's very nice. Been thinking about that for all over the place. Which in this case, if you go to bed, you can just turn the hallway light off right down here. Right? Something like that. Light around here. And then of course when you come in the kitchen, down here, and for whatever reason if you go out, down here. It's also possible. Yeah, it's a very simple kitchen. I've also learned, maybe, if I would do this, there is no hole, right? And I have learned right now, if I would sell the window while it's in here, it will create a gap. So make sure if you sell any window or door, take it out first, place it on the ground, or else you're gonna create a gap, and that can be really annoying. And I just love how detailed this game. I mean, you can even open the dishwasher and have it come out. You can just put appliances in here and whatnot. It's pretty neat. Fridge, you can put stuff in there. It's really cool. Alright, so in this case, I'm ready to sell this house, and let's see how much this will sell. Okay, so we bought the house for 43,000. I sold 16,000 pieces of items. Renovation cost a little more than the house. Right, put it up. Can we get a little bit extra? Is this truly what I get extra? Just 6,000. Is that how it's gonna go in this game? The thing is, I'll guess, do we really need to go with this first? What is 50 bucks over whatever that is? I just want to show you guys also that down here, if we sell more houses, we're gonna get more people to choose from, and we can get more money from selling these houses. So yeah, you know what, let's just will be reset to the original state. You know what, fine, I need to sell houses. Maybe yeah, let's check this out. Look at the mess. Now it's clean. I mean, at least one step forward, right? The whole bathroom, now a kitchen. I mean, that is definitely a step forward, right? Sure, let's save the pictures. I'm not sure if I... Oh, house flipping at its finest, business is booming. Alright, so we sold our very first flipped house. Now, what I can do meanwhile is also do some more of this and that. It's just cleaning, refreshing the walls, replacing all the furniture. It's just the same of that, and it also counts for this. And we also got a perk point, which is very fast. So with this one, you can now have 2 buyers to choose from, which is very good. And Let you see any more houses. Like, why is this? Yeah, complete more job. Yeah, so in this case, next time we can do another house. If you have any idea what we can do in the team style, you can just definitely let me know, and then I can see what I can do for you and together to discover more in the shop. I did unlock, by the way, special paint, which is this one. Custom paint. So now I can just choose and save up any color I want, which is freaking awesome.